So I've been talking a lot about taxes lately, so I'm gonna keep doing that. Um, Today is March 3rd, which seems early for doing your taxes, but I recommend doing them as soon as you can. I know that it's really easy to put them off because they suck. Like nobody wants to do them, so then you don't. And then before you know it, it's like April 29th, and you're like, oh man, not again. So I recommend doing them early. Partly because then you're not giving the government an interest-free loan. Yeah, because then like if you have a refund sitting there with the government, then they'll pay it back to you sooner rather than later. They also, like, as we get into tax season, as we get closer to April 30th, the systems get busier and busier, as you would expect. So the return, like on the notice of assessment, the turnaround time gets way longer. So if you file your taxes sooner rather than later, then you actually get your notice of assessment and you get your refund faster because the systems aren't so overloaded. If you have to pay money, it's still not due until April 30th, but I think it's worth it to get your taxes done early, especially if you have an accountant do them, because we just get busier, as you'd imagine, as we get closer to April 30th. And tax season is like running a marathon, but like there ends up being an obstacle course at the end that you didn't know about. So having your accountant do your taxes right at the end of April, or showing up on the 29th with your paperwork, especially if it's paper, and saying, hey, like I got all my stuff together, you can do it for tomorrow, right? Probably not. And even if they are able to do it by the next day, this person has just worked significantly more hours in the last month than they normally do, and it's a lot more stressful. So that human being's brain is probably not at its best right at that moment. So I recommend getting your taxes in early. I'm not saying that if you get them in later that your accountant's going to make a mistake. That's not what I'm saying. But it's just going to be a more pleasant experience for everyone involved the sooner you can get your information into your accountant. Sometimes we cannot do them at the beginning of March because our RSP slips, for example, the mail date on those this year I think is March 17th. And there's another slip that doesn't come out till March 31st, I want to say. So sometimes you don't get information in time to file really early, but the sooner the better. That is all I really have to say about that, because I feel like I'll just get into tax season, describing tax season to you, which not for today, because I gotta go to volleyball. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, if you want to chat about your taxes though, I'd love to do that. Not now. But I left my call link in the description, so if maybe you have questions about what you need to gather up, or what you're gonna, what information you're gonna have to submit with your taxes, let's chat about it. You can book a free 30 minutes with me. Yeah. If you have a comment or a question that you want answered just in the comments, I'd be happy to do that too. I'll see you tomorrow.